dear trustees of the Ramon Magsaysay Award Foundation, members of the Magsaysay family, my co-Ramon Magsaysay Awardees and their respective families, distinguished guests from all across Asia, friends, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I should thank the Magsaysay Foundation that after 2011, one thing that I have lost is all my hair because of the award. Now, but what type of world do we want to live in? There are two types of world. One, that is common sense, equity, inclusivity, sustainable. The other one, I don't even have to mention that, right? Imagine, do you want to hear always a wailing kid, a crying kid that is taken out from the rubbles of the buildings, which has been destroyed by a missile, right? And then we name the kid orphaned, destitute, refugee forever. Or taking Mr. Miyazaki's inspiration that we create a whole generation of creative kids. Do we, for example, talk about a generation, do we want a generation of kids who in the future will go back and say, this is the tent I lived in. This is where my house was destroyed. This is where my parents were killed, as an inspiration for the kids? Or get inspired by Mr. Karma's journey of what my upbringing was? Where did I learn the positiveness of what I'm actually delivering it to you, right? Do you in the future imagine many of the kids have to go on the internet to see what type of species of plants that existed, or go to the zoo to see the animals that actually existed outside? Or do we get inspired by Ms. Farhan and say, can we not look at saving the forests and saving natural resources, but doubling that, increasing that? Can't we inspire those kids? For generation of ours, do we also let a generation get despair, saying that I can't do anything after looking at the photo of a naked small child running across with the burning back of the Agent Orange? Oh, I can't do anything. Look at what Ms. Fuang has done out of such a wonderful, created something so beautiful out of such despair, what she has done over a period of time, right? Then, do we also let the generation say that equity will always exist, inequity always will exist? It's okay, the rich will be rich, the poor will be poor, the middle class, and it's only the rich and the middle class will get services, the poor will remain because of the access. Can't we get inspired by the rural doctors movement who have democratized health services, which is one of the most difficult service to provide, and that's what leads to poverty to exist, right? Now again, as I said, we have two choices. One, the choice, the war of destruction. The second is the war that actually we should fight. There are two things that we need to fight against: poverty and climate change. These are wars that actually makes the population go forward, not backward. Can you imagine, why are we wasting the times of the doctors to go and actually save lives in destruction? We are going back. Most of the doctors are actually in the whole war zones to make sure that people live, for the other people who want to destroy it. We want engineers to start creating solutions for the poor to get more livelihoods in a sustainable manner, rather than to design destructive drones and missiles. Don't we? What is the path? The path of war against poverty and climate change moves the population forward. The continent of Asia. The continent of Asia has more than 350 such beautiful examples, and you've seen 5 of them today. They take the world forward. Asia is a capital of solutions. We are a capital of positiveness. We are a capital of hope, and we are a capital of sustainability. It's time for us to give a different narrative, a narrative of colonization, and it's a narrative of colonization, right? And the colonization, what we should all do is colonization through solutions. Empathy, involvement of the poor in our solutions to lead to a world that is beautiful, sustainable, and automatically peaceful. Isn't that common sense? And where is that common sense at all that is gone today? And look at the spirit. The spirit of Magsaysay, the spirit of the President Ramon Magsaysay lives on with the awardees today and the 300 plus awardees that have gone by here. But we should no longer rest on the whole thing of it lives on. The spirit in all of us should actually multiply in a manner that a kid who wakes up tomorrow in the slum of Manila, in the slum of Nairobi, the inner city of New York or Chicago, is born on a day where we don't need to talk about equity. We don't need to talk about gender. We don't need to talk about sustainability, because that's what the world is about. Is it so difficult? Is it so difficult to do all this? Because we have those solutions of creativity that every kid who's born in the slum of Nairobi to Kenya to inner city of London, where we have the solution as the continent. Do you know why? Again, I'm saying, do we have two choices? One choice is of peace. Do we actually have another choice at all? Do you know why? Because we have only one thing, that is one earth. Thank you. Thank you so much.